Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Sheila Beela coming to you with another review of Basketball Wives Orlando Season 1, Episode 10, I believe. Health is wealth. If it's not the correct episode, I'll put it down in the comments. In the description. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe if you get anything out of my content. I am a growing channel, and I would love for you to be a part of my community on the road to 5,000. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. The more you hit the like button, the more I go through the algorithm, and more people will start to view my content, and I can grow. And I would love for you to grow with me. All right, so this episode picks up with Megan. She has got a Reiki to come into her house to cleanse her mind, her body, her soul, her spirit from all the evilness and wickedness of her past, her mother, her family, whatever issues or whatever woes she got going on. That's why the Reiki is there to push all that negative energy out of her so she can just focus on her new founding family, which would be with her new man. And hopefully she has a baby because she was taking a fertility like a fertility test to see how fertile she is because she wants to be pregnant like yesterday. And her boyfriend agrees, so they're going to start working on their family. He wants a girl, she wants a boy, so we will see what happens later. All right, so now you have Neek. She's out with her family, her mom, and her mom's girlfriend. And, they're together and they sit down and they ask Neek, how is everything going with Mulan? And pretty much Neek forgave Mulan because she said she has a forgiving heart. And then Neek says that she reached out to Anthony. Her mom was like, who? She was like, Anthony. Ah, your dad. Yes, her dad is named Anthony. Her dad didn't come into her life until she was like, what, about 16 years old? And he has like 16, 18 kids. Because I do watch Neek's channel, I did see that her dad did film with her on the Basketball Wives series this season. And lately he has been around, and her and she says that she was happy that her mom's girlfriend kind of came in. Janae, her name is Janae. She came in and kind of helped. And what I do like about Neek's mom and the girlfriend, they don't put her as a male figure. Even though she's like the stud of the relationship, they still acknowledge that she is a woman, but she does help out in that parent role. And that's what I do like about it. She didn't say, well, that's my new father. It wasn't nothing like that. She understands that she is a woman and she cannot be a father, but she can take the place of that absentee parent role. And that's what I do like. But also Nick says, she's gonna meet up with her father. And she said her father can't even pronounce her name because Nick's real name is Antoinique. But child, I think it's Antoinica. But her or is it Antoinique? Child, it's one of them. But her daddy called her something else. I was like, honey, shoot, he got 18, 16, 18 kids. So I guess, is it good that he get half the name right? Just tell him to call you Neek. Just say Neek. Okay, just Neek or whatever. But I do remember, I believe, when she was talking about her dad when her mom was younger, because for some reason, I believe her dad is a lot older than Neek's mom. Because I believe that Neek mom was a teenager when her dad was already grown with kids. I was like, ooh, but you know what? That was back in the 90s, the 90s, child. The grown men was out there trying to jump up and down on the teenagers. Ugh. Yeah, so that's back on Nick's channel. Y'all can go back and watch it. I believe that's what it said. I'm gonna say allegedly because it ain't verbatim, but I believe it's something to that effect. But anyway, she's gonna meet up with her dad, which is good. Okay, so now you have Danny. Danny is taking pickup games because, like she said, she wants to get back into the WNBA. But the thing about it is she really can't focus. She can't focus because she's been reaching out to her friend Morgan, and Morgan has not been answering the phone. She's been leaving these text messages, and now this is starting to play inside of her emotions. It's getting into her head, and she can't focus on the pickup game. Child, they lost by like 20 points. Girl, y'all need to sit down and have a conversation if Morgan would ever pick up this phone. But It's okay, Danielle. That too shall pass. All right, so this is the day of Ashley's event. Now, this is crazy, right? So Ashley has an event and she invited everybody because when the scene had first started, Ashley bent down to pick up an earring and there was like this pop sound. I was like, "Did Ashley poop?" But I guess she popped her back. I said, "Girl," but her man came and picked her up. So that's when she said that she wants to have this whole event, like this health and wealth event, having the girls, get out and try to take care of their bodies and their mental health and things like that. So this is an event. All the girls came. Now, mind you, Morgan said in her confessional that she was not talking to Danielle because Danielle wanted to attend all of Ashley's event. But my thing is, I only saw the girl attend one event, and it was about little kids that had autism, which was a good cause. But now, Morgan, you're at Ashley's event, and you said the reason why you're there because it's a good cause. Now make it make sense. Is it okay for you only to attend Ashley's event because it's a good cause and not Danny, or what? I don't know. I'm confused. But anyway, Morgan, she says she's not feeling Danny right now because she's been attending all Ashley's event, knowing that everything Morgan has been going through with Ashley, which I do understand that part, and I really do. I understand everything you've been have going on with Ashley and all of that. But if you're going to attend her events because you say it's something positive, so why can't why can't Danny do the same? I don't know. But the event happens. Morgan is there. Morgan has met Lindsay at the door. They're talking, right? So Danny comes in, hugs Morgan. Morgan kind of, "Hey girl," and then starts right back talking to Lindsay about a pillow because she's pregnant. Just completely ignoring Danny. And I really felt sorry for Danny. I was like, dang, but she gave you the cold shoulder. Danny's trying to figure out, like, dang, why she gonna give me the cold shoulder? I ain't seen you. I was happy to see you, but now you brushing me off like this. So my thing is, um, if you were so real as you say you are, Morgan, then in that moment or whatever, you should have went ahead and just let this girl know how you feel instead of being passive aggressive. I didn't think that was fair. All right. So also in this event, Megan got it. Megan mad. Megan is upset with Ashley because she says that Ashley was at her event, which was a success, and Ashley was talking about her event was disgusting. Like, why are they there? This event is disgusting and all of this, right? So Nikki was being messy, walking up to Megan saying, Did you confront Ashley yet? But you was met anyway. So they go over there, they confront Ashley, talking about her event. Why did you even show up if you're going to sit up there and talk negatively about her event? Ashley did say, well, I mean, what the man was talking about was disgusting. But you know what? Ashley talks out of both sides of her neck because Ashley did say in the confessional that the event was disgusting, but then she gets into Megan's face and say that what they were talking about was disgusting, because the way that it played out when they were talking about Ford and all his different sexual escapades, he threw his legs up, and that's when they panned out to Ashley saying, "Oh, that's disgusting. Like this is very like, ugh." So okay, and so Megan was saying the people was there and they heard her say, but Ashley said, well, the people heard wrong because this is what I said. Megan said, I'm not believing you. I'm not believing you. I'm not going to believe I'm not going to believe what you said. I'm going to believe what I heard. But I'm like, why you going to believe what you heard, But you're not gonna believe what this girl say, even though Ashley be lying. So I really wouldn't believe what she say either, but she do be lying. But that's contradictory, because then Megan gonna turn around and say, I heard on the weekend, Ashley, that your house be a brothel. So you're not gonna believe what, I don't know. It's just weird to me. You're not gonna believe what somebody tells you. You're gonna believe what you heard. But if somebody is telling you this, it's weird. But then you're going to turn around and say, well, I heard. So I guess you believe everything you heard. I guess whatever. So Ashley's whole thing is, my house is not a brothel. The only people that are there is my husband, her kids, and they nana. And that's it. And Ashley is really over the conversation, and she walks off and she leaves. Nikki looks over at Megan and is like, what's a brothel? Child, a brothel is when you got a whole bunch of freak, nasty people coming over having wild orgies. That's a brothel. They getting it in and they getting it out. But yeah. So I mean, don't nobody really like Ashley like that. So I guess Megan is entitled to feel however she feels, and Ashley is entitled to feel however she feels. Even though I guess we're not gonna believe what people say, we're gonna always believe what people heard. I don't know. All right, so now they have this sit down, and in this sit down, you have Morgan, you have Nikki, and Megan. And apparently they said that Danny left. So, because what happened was, at the end of the event, Danny wanted to talk to Morgan. And apparently she confronted Morgan and was like, what's going on? You ain't been talking to me. I've been trying to reach out to you. You know what I'm saying? Now you ain't talking to me. Like, what's going on? Morgan didn't want to talk about it. She just like, I don't want to talk about this right now. We'll talk about it later or whatever. So Morgan was very dismissive of Danny when she was trying to understand what was going on. Because my thing is, if we're friends, if we're really, really good friends, and we've had so much history together, and you're not talking to me, and then the first time that I get the chance to see you, and I say, hey, what's going on? Why you ain't been, picking up the phone or returning my text? And if you dismiss me, then we not friends. Not at all. Because I feel like a friend wouldn't do that. A friend would at least give me an explanation as to why you're not speaking to me. That's what a real friend does. So anyway, back to this conversation here. So the girls get together and they talk about the confrontation with Ashley and all that stuff about the whole disgusting comment. That's what that is. And then they bring up Danielle, that Danielle ended up leaving. I was like, so where did she go? Like, did she leave Orlando? Did she leave what? So what happened? Why did she end up leaving? So I don't know if she left, or she just left the event early. Maybe that's what it was. I'm not for sure. But she ended up leaving. And so Morgan's whole deal is she don't understand why she was attending Ashley's events. But then she turns right back around and say, well, I'm dealing with my own issues. And it's not about that. It's just that something that I have to deal with by myself. So what is it? Like, are you mad that this person is attending Ashley's event, or do you just need time to sort your own situation out? But we already know what it is. It's the fact that she's been attending this girl events. And Megan's whole thing is, look, Danny wears so hard on her sleeve. And when she's a friend, she's a friend. And Megan said, I wish I really did have a friend like Danny, and that does deserve a conversation. It really does. Like, there should be no reason why you cannot talk to this girl when y'all have been friends. Why y'all have been that close. And I do agree with Megan. So I know Megan got a big head. But anyway. All right. So Nick sit down with her dad. And, they have the whole conversation about why he wasn't there, why it took so long for him to reach out and all of this. Long story short, he was in jail. He had kids and he couldn't get to all of them. And he said that he's happy for Nick and He wants to be a part of her life. And he's gonna one day at one point try to get all of his kids together. And if some of them want to come, they can come. If some of them don't, they don't. Nick was saying, yeah, a lot of your kids really don't like you like that. She said she may be the most forgiving one. And she just really gonna forgive her dad. She was like, I understand. Because he said when he was in jail, when he got out of jail, her mom had moved on to somebody else. But Nick says she understands. She's willing to give him another chance, a second chance, a third chance. As long as he's trying, she said that she would try. But her son, now that I see, because I've always seen, Nick's son, and I've never really, Nick's son does look like Nick, and he does look like King or Splain or whatever his name is. And whatever, I think they calls him Splain, Neek King, or whatever. But when I see Neek's dad, Kaiser looks just like Neek's daddy. Look, the mouth, the head, he looks just like Neek's dad. That is crazy. And why that dad? Why that daddy called Kaiser Cal? I want to get to know Cal. She just said Kaiser like 8 times. He talking about, y'all want to get to know Kyle? Nick said, what? Cal. He gonna try to make it longer, Kyle. I'm not good at pronouncing names. He really has a New Orleans accent, for real. But anyway, child, Kaiser, you gonna get to know Kaiser, which is your grandson, and you gonna get to know Neek, which is your daughter, okay? Neek and Kaiser, Antoinique and Kaiser. All right, yeah. So now you have this whole scene with Dwayne and Neek. And side note, I think they broke up because Neek just did like these questions, and she said she kind of single. Oh man, I really did like them together. So I hope whatever they have going on, they can work it out. I really do, because I just feel like he really is like a real grounded person, and he's very level-headed, and he's like a homebody. Nick is the one that like to go out and club and kick it and shake that thing around. But he seems like he is really like a family type of guy. And Nick, you would be a fool to let that man go. I mean, I don't know everything that goes on in your home per se. I don't know, everything, but from what I do see, he really seems like he's a genuinely nice, grounded guy. Now, they did say something like, well, yeah, he seems like he's like a good dude. Really, I mean, but he is dealing with the loss of his brother, and grief can take you to a whole nother level of life. But I mean, if y'all can work it out, just work it out. But anyway, so she's sitting down talking about, the meetup with her dad. And Dwayne is just saying, why now? You successful, you built a platform. Why does he want to come in now? And Nick is just like, I'm just going to give him a chance. And Dwayne's whole message is, you will soon find out his motive. If he's there for you and he's going to be there, good. If he's not going to be there for you, well, you know what to do. So eventually his true motive will show. And they pretty much agreed. But dang, I hope they work it out. Now, this is the sit down that we have all been waiting for. So Morgan sits down first, and then they do this whole playback of how they were to each other. But then Morgan did say something as she was going to sit down. She said that Danny was her closest friend in Miami. And mind you, they only been in Miami for about 3 months. So I'm just like, did they know each other before Miami, or did they just get this close in these 3 months? So that made me have questions in regards to how long have they really been friends, So Danny comes in and she sits down and she instantly starts crying, because you can tell that she's visibly hurt. Like, she really can. You can tell that Morgan is hurt too, but Morgan is more mad, I believe, than hurt, because it's almost like both of these ladies lead with emotion. Some emotions are different at different times. Morgan's emotion is more on anger, and Danielle's emotion coming into it is like, I'm hurt. Like, you my friend and I've been going through and you ain't talk to me, and Danny is like, you my friend, I'm hurt, I've been going through, you ain't talk to me. And Morgan is like, dang, that's messed up. You supposed to be my friend, you over there with the op. You know what I'm saying? And she also said, like, how would she feel when she was back at the table with the other girls? She was saying, like, how would she feel if I was out hanging with Mackenzie? But the thing about it is, Mackenzie also was at the autistic event. So she was hanging around Mackenzie too. And they put their differences to the side for this event. So I don't know. But they sit down and Morgan is like, why are you crying? And Danny is like, because I've been reaching out to you. You haven't been calling me. I'm trying to understand where we are. We supposed to be friends. She said, I've been loyal to you. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that I'm 100% 10 toes down. Morgan. Everybody knows that. And she said, now you up. And then she said, and then that's when Morgan is like, but you over here attending these events. And then she makes an excuse as to why she attended Ashley's event. She said the only reason why I attended Ashley's event is because she wanted to see if, I guess she wanted to see how close Morgan and Ashley, Morgan wanted to see how close Danny and Ashley got. Like, they gonna be over there kikiing or something. And I guess she said she wanted to make sure if her business has been floating around the group. And Danny is just like, I don't tell nobody your business. I don't tell nothing about your case, your kids, your nothing. That's tight to the chest. Like, I wouldn't even do nothing like that. And now it's like every single time Morgan is changing her reasoning for her not talking to Danny. And Danny is really just being upfront with her. Like, this was about autistic kids. Like, and she said, I sat over 90% of the time, I sat by myself. I didn't talk to nobody. I wasn't kicking with nobody. I was by myself. I just wanted to do something for these kids, pretty much. And she is over talking. Well, because they haven't seen each other in so long. So I could understand why Danny is just trying to get everything out. She's just trying to really explain and get everything out. And Morgan is like, she won't give me the time to talk. She just keep over talking me. But it's almost like every time Morgan tries to find a reason to be upset, then he does come back and say, well, this is what happened. Like, this is what I did. And also, this is the crazy part about it too. Danny said that she reached out to Morgan before the event even happened, just to get her take on it. And when Morgan didn't reach out, she went ahead and did the event. So only thing that Morgan had to do was answer her phone. And I know that Morgan was going through these things because, she said she was, suicidal. I got to say certain words for YouTube, for a time. And she said she felt like she was going back to that dark place because everything that was going on. And I do understand and I do empathize with Morgan. But at the same time, if a conversation would have been had in the beginning, none of this would have been gotten as far as it would have gotten. And that's the thing right there. And I think that's the reason why now, at first, Danny came in and she was hurt. Now her hurt has turned into anger. You know what I'm saying? Now she's like, well, you know what? Are we friends or are we not? Are we going to be good or are we not? I just want to know what's going on. What is it? And Morgan is just like, well, it is what it is. Like, there really was no definite answer on where their friendship is. And so Morgan gets up and leave. And Danny's just sitting there. Yeah, they was out there in the rain. I was like, yeah, dog, this conversation is serious. Y'all sitting out in the rain? But I mean, I see both sides of this. I really do. I see both sides. I understand Ashley's excuse me, I understand that Morgan is upset because she did attend Ashley's event. And I also understand that Danny did try to reach out to Morgan before the event happened. So what do you leave a person to do? And I'm just like, you going to Ashley's event, why come I can't go? And in actuality, the event that Danny went to was way better. It was way more impactful than that event that, you know, that girl went to. And then at the end of the day, they on a TV show. They on a TV show. They have to film. So they probably really wanted her. They probably, I ain't gonna say made her go, but they probably really, and the producers probably really insisted that she do go. Cause I mean, it's basketball, something that she does. It's autistic kid. She said she had a child with learning disabilities, a bit disability of her own. So it was probably something that she one of those events that production told her that she had to go to. So I mean, hey, I don't know. But Morgan felt like Danny was being selfish. And if it ain't about her, then that's just what it is. But I don't think that's true, because I feel like if she probably would have reached out to her, if she reached out to her and Morgan probably, if Morgan would have gotten back with her, then I believe that this situation would be different. But anyway, y'all just let me know what y'all think about this conversation. I know I probably forgot a lot. Charge to my head. I'm Heart Jesus loves y'all. And y'all have a great day. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that like button. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.